You operate in quantum entanglement, which means every thought you have ripples through the field and touches every other conscious being. When you heal, others heal without knowing why. When you rage, somewhere a revolution starts. When you love, strangers find each other across impossible odds. You're not just living your life. You're conducting a symphony of consciousness that most people can't even hear, but here's where it gets really interesting. Once you understand this, once you truly accept that you're operating on quantum principles while they're stuck in Newtonian psychology, everything changes. You stop trying to fit into their frameworks. You stop apologizing for being too much. You stop dimming your frequency to match their limitations. Because now you know, you're not broken. You're upgraded. You're not disordered. You're multidimensional. They studied human psychology thinking it would give them power over minds like yours, but you can't cage quantum consciousness with classical tools. You can't diagnose infinity with finite terms. You can't medicate someone out of being connected to the source code of reality itself. All they did was reveal their own limitations, their own fear of what humans are actually capable of when they stop pretending to be separate. And now you're done playing small. Done pretending their rules apply to you. Done acting like their reality is the only reality. Because every time they tried to shrink you down to fit their theories, you expanded into spaces they didn't even know existed. Every time they tried to label you, you became something unnameable. Every time they tried to fix you, you evolved beyond their comprehension. You want to know what scared them the most? It wasn't your pain, or your anger, or your symptoms. It was that moment when you stopped trying to be understood. That moment when you looked at them with those quantum eyes and they realized you were seeing through time, through space, through the very fabric of their constructed reality. That moment when they understood that you weren't the patient, you were the teacher. And class was about to get very, very interesting. See, human psychology assumes that healing means returning to baseline, fitting in, functioning normally. But for you, healing meant accepting that you were never meant to be normal. You were meant to be a bridge between dimensions, a translator of frequencies, a living proof that consciousness isn't what they think it is. Your healing journey wasn't about getting better. It was about getting bigger, getting realer, getting more quantum. They wanted you to have one personality, one timeline, one coherent narrative, but you experienced yourself as a multiplicity, a constellation of possibilities all existing simultaneously. They called it fragmentation. You called it wholeness. They saw brokenness where you saw infinite facets of a single